Yeah, I might have been hurt, I might have been messed up, I scraped my knee, fell on my face, I was at my lowest, people laughed at me, kicked me, spit on me, whatever it was. But beauty comes from this situation, and it's always gonna be beautiful at the end, if you allow yourself to go there. So last week I put an EP out called Branches. 2 songs I've been working on for a long time, 2 stories in my life that have truly impacted me in so many ways. And I finally got a chance to share it with y'all and let y'all know how I was feeling in these situations and how they ultimately affected me. With that being said, I want to talk about loss. Each song kind of deals with a different avenue of dealing with loss. So the first one is, of course, Break Me Down. Long story short, I was in Japan. This is 2018. I was on a business school trip and having the time of my life, one of the most exciting times in my entire life. We're preparing to go to Disneyland Tokyo that afternoon, and I get a text. Text was from one of my friends from way back home, and he said, "Dang, not blank." And I said, "Yo, what happened?" "What you mean, not blank?" And he said, "Overdose." And that was that. One of my best friends, actually from preschool, was no longer with us. 24 years old, had been through a lot, fighting off addiction and been clean and not clean, clean and not clean, relapsing, being clean again. And he went back one time, and the one time, you know, fentanyl was the culprit, and you know, he stopped breathing that day. I wrote Break Me Down from his point of view of what I think he would be thinking in those times where he's struggling so hard to get clean, he's struggling so hard to just feel okay with himself and to not be stuck on this substance or this drug. And I chronicled that in a song just so I could feel how it would feel. Now, Men Don't Cry is also a song about one of my best friends from childhood, and he's kind of looking at a lot of time in prison right now, and he's been in and out multiple times, and there's a pretty hefty charge that they have on him. And I'm not sure what the result of that is going to be or what the timeline is for him to be out and to live a normal life again. But we spoke, it's crazy. We were texting right before he got locked up the last time. And we were texting and we were talking about how he and I have so many similarities, but we just channeled ours in different ways. You know, I channeled my intelligence, my business mind, all of that to school and to playing ball and to going to business school and starting businesses and doing this. And his just went to the streets. But there's so many parallels, and it's crazy. If 1-2 decisions were different, I could have been over there and he could have been over here. So we only speak through letters, and in some of our letters we talk about how he's really feeling. You know, it's so hard to break that shell of a man that has always had to be tough. You know, we always have to be these strong guys, these tough guys, and these people that don't feel anything, infallible creatures, but we're just human, dog. We're just human. And some of the lines in there, like, "I wish you would open up. I wish you would show me trust and quit the homie stuff, cause I know what's up." He's struggling, right, mentally and trying to process everything and wishing he could go back and change things, but life is life, you know, we can't go back and change anything. And so every day I kind of deal with this somewhat of survivor's guilt from not just those 2 situations, but so many situations in my life that I'm like, man, I made it out of that, and look where I am. But the people I love ain't here, but damn, look how far I made it because of these people. Please go get the EP. It's one of my most cathartic experiences that I've had. Only 2 songs. And we just getting started, man. The flood is on the way. I want to talk about loss and how to deal with loss. I'm going to tell you 5 things you should do when you lose somebody, something, or your life has a big change and you feel empty. Let's talk about it. Yo, the first thing you got to do when you experience loss is allow yourself to grieve. Do not run from your feelings and your emotions. Don't suppress it. Don't look in the mirror and act like everything's okay. It's okay to not be okay. I promise you, it's the most healthy thing you can possibly do. Yo, so many of us are used to just suppressing everything, and it's cool. Like, it seems cool, right? Until you implode, until you get to the point where you can't handle it anymore, and you crack, or you break, or you just explode on somebody. That's not cool, yo. And you gotta think long term. Think about yourself, man. What is running from these emotions gonna do? It's not gonna make them go anywhere. They're still gonna be there until you're ready to face them, until you're ready to open up and actually be honest about how you feel. They're gonna be right there, knocking at that door, banging on your window. Like, stop being Superman sometimes, yo. And this is a message to myself too. Stop being Superman. When things are effed up and it's really looking crazy and you lost something to somebody, yo, feel that. Yo, if you gotta cry, go cry, man. Hence, men don't cry, right? If you gotta cry, go cry, man. Go feel it. If you're angry, go be angry. If you're despondent, be despondent. If you feel empty, feel empty. Don't run around and act like everything is cool when it's not. Nah, yo. Cause you're not Superman, okay? You're Clark. Take the cape off, be Clark Kent, and just feel and rest in it. It's the only way you learn how to get past anything, yo. I'm a big proponent of stoicism, as y'all know. Stoicism says, look, everything that arises, every emotion, every feeling, I'm gonna feel that, I'm gonna embrace that. I'm just gonna find the best way to channel my emotions. But the first step is to feel them and to accept them and look at them face to face and address them head on. Don't run. You gotta face them. You owe it to you to face those emotions. Next thing I want you to do when you experience some type of loss, it could be loss of a relationship, somebody passes away, friendship, anything, right? Talk to somebody and be around loved ones. Surround yourself with love. I can't tell you how valuable it is to have even just a sounding board, yo. When I'm at my lowest points and even my highest points, I have different people I can go to just to vent or to express and just to let them know how I am and what my psyche is like. This could be my mother, my father. I got 10 siblings I can go to. I got some of my best friends in the world in group chats and everything. And they know it all. When stuff hits the fan, they know it all, yo. I'll tell them, yo. If I deal with a heartbreak, yo, I'll text my boys, yo. I need you, dog. I'm going through it right now. Like, I need help processing this and moving forward, bro, because I don't feel the greatest right now. If you gotta talk to a therapist, yo, go talk to a therapist. If you gotta talk to a friend, go talk to a friend. And please surround yourself with love. There are people who, despite your loss, despite your mistakes, despite what you've been through, they love you like nothing else. Like, when I look at my mother's eyes, my mom loves me more than life itself, yo, and my siblings too. I can't take that for granted. So even when I'm feeling terrible, if I could just hear my mom's voice, yo, if I could just see my sister smile or my brother, listen to him say he believes in me, that's enough. It's not gonna fix everything in the moment, but it reminds me of how important I am to people and that there is light at the end of this tunnel. One of my favorite lines, even trains in the subway stay underground, but for so long, they gotta come up one day. They gotta come up. There's light. Being around loved ones and talking to people, it helps you see some of that light, even if it's just dim. It might be very faint, but the light is there. And I want you to get to that light one day. So please, please, please talk to somebody and surround yourself with love and with loved ones. Please, that's the most I can ask for you. Next, you're gonna have to forgive yourself, y'all. This is one of my biggest problems. I swear it is. I think about all the mistakes I make. I think about where I went wrong and where I messed up in so many situations, and I struggle to get out of my head and to forgive myself, because every time I think I have forgiven myself, I think back to what if. Like, damn, what if I would have done this different or done that different? And the fact of the matter is there should be no what if, because wherever you are is right where you're supposed to be, and everything that's happened to you had to happen, yo. Because how would I even have this perspective had I not made those mistakes, had I not fallen flat on my face 1,000 times? How would I know how to stand? How would I know how to climb the mountain if I never scraped my knee 1,000,000 times? You gotta take your lumps, yo. And the part about it is you just can't blame yourself. You are a human being. You're not supposed to be perfect. Human being. You're just being what you know how to be. And every day, it's not perfect, but every day you're being the best that you can possibly be in any given situation. So yeah, maybe you made a ton of mistakes in a relationship or a friendship or anything, but in the moment, you were giving the best you could give. You were just really just doing the best you could with the information you had and the experience you had and the growth and progression that you had. Cool, we messed up, we fell on our face. Who cares? It's over. Now as we move forward, the key is, did you learn from all these mistakes? Or are you just gonna keep repeating them? Because if you learn, you shouldn't feel bad about that at all. Yeah, it sucks, man. I promise you it sucks. I do it all the time, yo. It sucks. But damn, yo, you have another chance. You've learned so much and you're so much better off now because this thing has happened. Stop blaming yourself, yo. Stop beating yourself up for things you cannot change. You talk about time, and time doesn't exist, right? Time is imaginary. The past is already gone, man. There's nothing you can change in the past. The future is just an idea. Who knows if we even get there, right? All you have is right now, the present. The only time that exists is right now. So why even waste your time worrying about what happened 2 months ago, 4 months ago, 2 years ago, when you cannot change it? All you can do is pick the pieces up and move forward. Pick the broken pieces up and start to build again. That's all you can do. And blaming yourself is never gonna get you closer, yo. I promise you. Now, there's a difference between acknowledging a mistake and a problem in order for you to grow, and stewing on a mistake and saying how terrible you are. All these negative self-images and bad self-esteem and negative self-talk because they allow themselves to stew on mistakes. As an athlete, right? You watch a football game and you see a quarterback throw an interception, and they always talk about, yo, a quarterback got to have short-term memory. This drive, maybe I threw a pick six, but my team still needs me to go out there next drive and throw a touchdown and get more first downs and more yards. So what am I going to do? Cry about this pick six I just threw? When I'm about to get back on the field and have another chance to go score a touchdown, water under the bridge, yo. Move on. Move on. It's much easier said than done, but I promise you, when you experience loss, even if things were your fault, now it's your responsibility to find a way to move on. And first, you have to forgive yourself. You knew no better. You did what you could and the best you could at that possible moment. Please forgive yourself, and I promise you it's going to change your life forever. Next tip when you experience loss is to dive into self-care. It's so easy to neglect yourself when you're feeling empty and despondent and sometimes depressed or sad. You're missing somebody or something. I know what it's like. You know, I've dealt with heartbreak before, and sometimes you don't have an appetite for like 2 months or something, or you can't really enjoy yourself the way you used to, or you struggle to go to parties and be around people and this and that. And your life just feels completely flipped on its head. But the only way you start to climb is by diving into that self-care. You know, get in the gym, man. Force yourself. I know it's gonna be hard, yo. You don't even want to leave the bed, but yo, force yourself. I promise you it feels better. Get you a little workout in, man. Go take yourself on little dates, man. Get some ice cream. Take a walk when it's nice out, you know. Do all those things. Get a manicure, right? Get your hair cut. Fellas, get your hair cut, man. Look fly and all of that. Get some nice clothes. Put some new clothes on, man. There's so many things that you can do. Face masks and movie nights and go get massages and all of this stuff, man. Dive into that self-care, because we often beat ourselves up so much and we don't acknowledge how amazing we are. We don't always recognize how great we are and how much we do have to offer, because depending on how the loss went, maybe somebody passed away, that's something we can't control, but there's something else that says, if I dealt with a relationship, a breakup or something, and I was left, now I feel as if something's wrong with me and I'm not good enough, and I am not worthy of being loved because this person gave up on me. But all that means is that that person wasn't right for you. You know, there's somebody who's going to love you the way you love this other person, and you owe it to yourself to get to that point, but you have to start climbing. And one of the best ways to start climbing is to love you. Put you first. Love yourself. Uplift yourself. Surround yourself with beautiful things, beautiful people inside and out, you know. Travel. Go have a good time, man. Go do things that you kind of got away from in this relationship. Go skydiving. Go to the zoo. Go to the aquarium. I don't know. Go to art museums. Just find things to fill your time with. And it's not to distract, to not let you acknowledge the feelings. Like we talked about, you have to be honest with yourself when you're feeling terrible. But I do also want you to dedicate yourself to self-care, self-love, man. It's so important. It's the only thing that gets you through. Because when it's time for you to date again, or it's time for you to emerge from dealing with the loss of somebody passing away, you have to know that you've done what you could to build back up. You have to know. Otherwise, you're going to keep falling back in that trap because you haven't done the work. And the work isn't complicated. The work isn't go be perfect. The work isn't, figure it out in one day. Nah, the work is dedicate yourself to loving and uplifting yourself. And the more you do it, that energy starts to resonate with other people. And everybody can see it. And people are going to marvel at your strength. I know we talked about not being Superman, but when you start to be on the other side of it, people will marvel at your strength. And that leads me to my last point, is be a testimony. Share your story with the world. Spread love, spread light to the world. Because anybody who's been through loss and you've made it to the other side of it to where you can actually speak about it now without breaking down, you can process the thoughts and emotions without losing it, that's valuable insight. That's valuable experience. And there's somebody on this world that needs to hear that, yo. There's somebody who's lost a friend. Somebody's friend overdosed today and they don't know how to process. Maybe hearing me speak about it makes it a little bit easier. You know, there's people who are losing friends and family members to the streets and to gun violence and into the prison system. Maybe hearing me speak about what that did to me helps y'all out. Because one thing I do know, because I have such a powerful testimony and a powerful story, I have to go share. I have to. It's the only thing I know how to do is to spread love and to spread light, because something good gotta come out of this situation. You gotta tell yourself that. Something good gotta come out of this. Yeah, I might have been hurt. I might have been messed up. I scraped my knee, fell on my face. I was at my lowest. People laughed at me, kicked me, spit on me, whatever it was. But beauty comes from this situation. And it's always gonna be beautiful at the end, if you allow yourself to go there. Don't shy away from the ugly parts of who you were and what you dealt with. Nah, don't shy away. Because all of those little things, they make you who you are. And who you are is special. Who cares if they don't know it? Who cares who disagrees with it? You gotta know it. And you gotta dedicate yourself to spreading love to the world, yo. Spread love, spread light. After you've learned all these lessons, you've processed it, you forgiven yourself, you surrounded yourself with loved ones, you dove into self-care, you did all these things to build back up from this loss, and now you're so much stronger, you're so much more fulfilled, so much more confident and sure about yourself. Now it's time to spread that light, because there are so many people who are struggling to feel what you feel. There are so many people who are stuck in their situation, that they're in the depths and they're struggling, and they just need somebody to believe in them and somebody to say, look, you can get out of this, because I've been there. That's all I want to say to y'all, man. I've been through a lot of loss. I've experienced a bunch of it, and every time, you know, at the end of it, when I grow, when I heal, I really just want to spread love and spread light to y'all and to whoever I can, because I know how much it hurts. I know what it feels like to think you're alone. That's not a good feeling. So my only message to y'all is that you're not alone. I'm here. If you ever need to talk, I'm here. Hit my line. Y'all know I got the same number I've always had. And look, I just want to see us heal and get better and keep making the world better simply because we exist, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. I love you all, and Godspeed.